What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. And today we have the January 2024 Tulsa International Airport update for you all. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video, as today we are coming in hot to start off the Tulsa International Airport updates for 2024. We had some massive aircraft changes, some new developments, some gate changes, and quite a bit to dive into in the first update for 2024 here at the Tulsa International Airport. I really hope all of you are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, you all know the drill. Let's go ahead and get started over here at gate Bravo number 1, where we'll find the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700. This aircraft is currently coming in from the Dallas Love International Airport, and now it's going to be heading over to the Austin Bertram International Airport. So awesome to see those services going very well as they continue with consistent frequencies and all the above that you would expect. So that's absolutely fantastic to see. Brand new model right here. Very excited to debut the engine models 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. This is of course in the normal livery. Color's a little bit dark, but what can you do about the mold's superior? So very glad to get the detail on the mold. That's okay for the color, and I'm sure they'll re-release it again in the near future. Anyways, this aircraft's currently coming in right now from Denver International Airport, and now it's going to be heading over to the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. So also both those services doing very well. And again, really cool to get this engine mold in here at long last. It is truly beautiful. We got to see it last month on the new Amumo one that I got, and we have yet another new special livery to take a look at right here at gate Bravo 5. This is the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the New Mexico 1 livery. Very cool to have this model, as this is my first time having a New Mexico 1 model. As you all know, we've replaced several of the 700 specials. However, Gemini never did it with the Canyon Blue or Hardtail, so that's why we're finally debuting here with the 800 right here by NG models. So very glad to get New Mexico 1 in here for the very first time. This aircraft is currently coming in right now from the Houston Hobby International Airport. Now it's going to be heading over to Chicago Midway. So again, very awesome to finally get New Mexico 1 in here. It's one of my favorites. They did a really good job on this model. The color looks really good. Mold superior, as we know. NG's truly turned up with all these specials that they've done. No exception with this particular aircraft right here. So what a stunner. Very glad to have it here in the collection, and it's an absolute beauty. So this Southwest 737-800 in the New Mexico 1 livery, currently making the non-stop service today, coming in right now from Houston Hobby. Now it's going to be making a service today over to the airport that I mentioned that I'm currently forgetting off the top of my head. So anyways, looking really great with that aircraft right there. Chicago Midway was the airport. I'll go ahead and pan over so we can get a better view of these two Southwest Airlines aircraft. Currently at B7 on the hard stand, we have this Boeing 737-700. This aircraft's currently coming in on the Saturday only service from Orlando. Service is still going very well, so glad to see that, and very excited for its summer outing, which will be almost daily, Thursday through Monday service starting in June. So looking forward to that, as that will be one of our summer headlines. And also here at B9, Southwest Airlines using the common use gates to their fullest potential. This Boeing 737-800 right here is currently loading up with a non-stop service today, coming in from St. Louis, and now it's going to be making a service over to Las Vegas. So very nice to get that city pair in there as well. So both those destinations also doing good. I believe it starts this month where Las Vegas goes down back to 1 daily, but it'll be back up to 2 daily, I believe, in mid-March. So pretty fair. You know, what can you do about it? I'm sure Southwest trying to distribute the aircraft to the best of their ability, and that's what they saw for January and February. So not going to complain with what they found, and that's what they want to do. So I'm rooting all the best here for Southwest Airlines and that extravagant lineup right there to kick off in January. Alrighty, United's got some pretty fun action over here. I'm sorry that I got shaded. In fact, I'm so annoyed by the shade. Let me go move the table, and then we'll get a better view here. Alrighty, that is much better. It's just right here in the winter, right at the peak, where I can barely get it all in this one segment, and then it evens out for the rest of the year. So I'm going to be excited to get that back for the next following updates, and hopefully it will even itself out. But anyways, we have some fun aircraft to take a look at here, so let's go ahead and get started. So here at the hard stand at gate B11, we have the United Express Embraer J-175 with enhanced winglets. This aircraft's currently coming in from Chicago O'Hare International Airport, so it's since moved over here to the hard stand. We are overnighting 5 aircraft again unexpectedly, so we'll talk about that story here with the next aircraft. And here at B10, we have the United Express Embraer J-175, also in the Evo Blue livery. This will be a Mesa example this time, coming in from the Houston George Bush Intercontinental Airport. So we have quite a story here with regards to the Houston service. So what's happening here is previously they had a 9:30 arrival just once a day. And if you remember in the previous update where I explained this, United now will be for January, they added last minute, only a month notice, a second evening flight, which comes in at 11:30. So now we have 2 of these going on, which I just found to be quite incredible, to say the least, considering that you only give a month's notice to try to fill an aircraft if you're trying to be profitable, that is. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I'm sure it's just they had a resource there and they need it to go somewhere, so Tulsa was the place they sent it, and hopefully they'll be able to do the best they can, breaking even, or whatever the reason may be. So anyways, though, we do have the 2 Houston flights and 5 overnights, so it's really cool to see that that. So same capacity as a mainline aircraft, obviously not the mainline in this case, but nevertheless still glad to see that we have some additional aircraft here during the evening. And then we have this United Airlines Airbus E39. This aircraft coming in from Denver right now. Glad to see Denver continuing to do great on the mainline service for daily. Will likely stay very congruent for a pretty long time. They've done a really good job with that effort. So been awesome to see that. We also over here have at B6, this United Express Embraer ERJ-175. This will be the SkyWest example, also heading out to Houston. And the other mention that I wanted to make about this is that 3 of the 7 weekly services at the 9:30 slot are the Mesa CRJ-900 from Houston, and the other 4 are 175s just like this. So very nice to see the contrast there. And at B4, once again, grinding the common use case, we have this Mesa Airlines CRJ-900. This aircraft's coming in from Denver on the 11:30 p.m. service, and we'll be heading back out there in the morning at 5:45 a.m. So definitely an early one there. I believe it's United's first departure of the day. So definitely awesome to see all these flights going well. Love how congruent this concourse is now with the all the Southwest on one side, all the United on the other. Hopefully we'll see some new airlines over here in the future, but for now, we luckily have quite a nice dominant share between these 2 major carriers in the United States. So that looks awesome. Apologies for the intervals, they just do what they do best. All right here in front of us, we have this FedEx Express Boeing 767-300 freighter. This aircraft, of course, is coming in from Memphis and will be heading back out there. So this service has also been nice and congruent, so that's been awesome to see. And taxiing over to our FBO ramp, I hope by March or so to have the new apron going. I need to get a new setup going for the terminal, the American Airlines hangar, and also get that map back out for our GA operations. So that will be back soon, but nevertheless, here's this Phenom 300, which is coming in from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and now it's heading back out there. So looking very good for that aircraft as well. Gonna go ahead and scoot the map back, so hopefully we can get as much light as we can on these aircraft. Saw this the other day. There was this Allegiant Airbus E319 that was coming in from Los Angeles and ended up coming over here, the hard stand 4. Very similar to previous occurrences, Las Vegas was at A3, and as a result, it can take A3. So I have yet another story as to why the Allegiant aircraft isn't going to be at A3 for this update, so stay tuned for that. But nevertheless, it's been pretty interesting, but I did see this waiting for A3 to open during spotting one day and thought it was too good an opportunity not to mention. Other cool part is it was 3919 November Victor and 320, so sister ships. So I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, looking good with those, and certainly nice to get to see that right there. Back into the passenger side of it, again, A3 is vacant for the reasons that were mentioned, so we'll see that aircraft here in a moment. But at A5, we have this American Eagle CRJ-700 operated on behalf of SkyWest Airlines, coming in from Phoenix Sky Harbor. Now it's going to be heading over to Chicago O'Hare. So yeah, I never thought I would see the time where Phoenix has more daily services than Chicago, but that's where we're at, as SkyWest is operating a once daily CRJ-700 plus 3 additional flights during the week to Chicago, and then they operate 2 daily services right now to Phoenix. So awesome to see both those going pretty well. Chicago, they're just kind of matching and doing whatever with what United's doing. So that's kind of where they're at right now. But nevertheless, still great to see that service going strong, and a nice aircraft change from the 170 last month. So awesome, get a little bit of variety there on the Chicago service. So I'll be excited to spot those and hopefully get the fly on here in the near future on 700. I've still yet to get on the CRJ-700. I don't know how that's happened. We'll see if we can knock that out sometime, whether that's at Stillwater Regional or here. Anyway, though, definitely got to get a CRJ-700 here in the near future. And here at Alpha 7, we have this American Airlines Airbus E320 with the IAE engines. This aircraft is currently making a non-stop service day coming in from the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. We're seeing a variety of aircraft this month, including the CRJ-900, ERJ-145, A320, 737, and even some A319s, I believe. So certainly some really nice diversity on that flight, as it's always been, but it's probably more now than ever, which is kind of surprising considering where the American Airlines fleet stands. So it'll get a little bit more congruent going forward, so definitely nice to get all the variety that we have on it right now. And then right here at Alpha 9, we have this American Airlines Airbus E321 with the IAE engines as well, so nice sister ships. This aircraft's heading out to Charlotte Dulles International Airport. Very glad to see the 321 going strong. Now the midday flight is back to the CRJ-900 as we expected. Not a major problem. I'm sure that we'll get the double daily mainline back soon because it did really well during its stint, especially in October and November. So I'm excited to see where Charlotte goes from here. It appears in April it will be back to the 737, which is perfectly fine. But I'm sure we'll get our fair share of aircraft changes going forward on that. And again, none of this is official till it happens, so I'm sure we'll see plenty of that. So looking forward to seeing that. But right now, this A321's heading out to Charlotte, so it's been awesome to see and hopeful to get on that one as well. And here we have this American Eagle ERJ-175. This aircraft's coming in from New York LaGuardia, and now it's going to be making a non-stop service today over to Miami. So it's been really cool to see Republic going strong on those services. New York doing really well. Obviously, competition's coming up, so we'll see how that goes. And obviously on the flip side, we have our Miami, which is Saturday only. Somehow Oklahoma City pulled in a daily mainline service in December of this last year, so that was quite incredible. So if we can't get up the daily, that hopefully is one of the biggest goals for 2024 and beyond, is to get this to a daily service, or at least a supplement from Allegiant or another carrier to do some additional service to that area. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, though, I'm not going to bark on that too much. We've talked about it quite a bit. Here at Alpha 11, the hard stand, we have this American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175. This is also on the behalf. This one will be Envoy. Actually, SkyWest, rather, excuse me. This aircraft's coming in from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be making a service to Washington National as Republic as well. So both those going great. Some days are just hit or miss, just depends on what's going on, especially for, seems like a Reagan's the one that's really hit or miss, but they've leveled out nicely, so I'm eager to see where we'll go here. It's been awesome to see Reagan up to the 175 all the time. Not really any 700s lately, so yeah, we'll continue that. And the time of day is also much better than what it was at 5 a.m. there for a while, so awesome to see that, and eager to see where it goes from here. Oh yeah, baby, here we go. So at Alpha 10, we have this Allegiant Air Airbus E320. This aircraft's currently coming in from the Tampa St. Petersburg International Airport. So what's going on with this? Well, one day in December, Allegiant parked an aircraft here at gate Alpha 10. So technically, by definition, Alpha 10 is a common use gate. You'll notice in the inside of the airport where they don't have any American Airlines branding at that gate. That is because technically it's a common use gate. The common use gates include A10, A3, B4, B10, B9, and B1. So 2 over here at A and then 4 over there at B. So yeah, pretty interesting to note that Allegiant parked over here. I'm not sure what the reason was. Maybe the Unify employees finally got lazy enough to realize that it's right next to Delta, where Delta uses Unify here too. So maybe they just realized that and finally wanted to park over here. But there was no other aircraft here at the time, that, to my knowledge, that would have been occupying A3. So I honestly have no idea. Maybe the jet bridge misfunctioned somewhere along those lines. I'm not sure, but nevertheless, it was a very interesting occurrence to see Allegiant here, and thank you NS Spotter 12 on Instagram for alerting me to this, or I probably would have missed it. So a really cool diversity here with Allegiant parking at 10. I think they look good over here. Kind of separates it out, especially if American would take A3 like they had a while back. It would be awesome to see them back at that gate, so we can have American all on one side, then Allegiant here on the corner, and then you got Delta down there. I'm sure that they rolled the carry-on bag sizer down. I wish I could have saw that in the concourse just for fun. Anyways, kind of besides the point, I just thought it was really cool that Allegiant parked at a different gate for the first time 5-6 years. To my knowledge, it's been a long time, so definitely cool to see that for different, and that's absolutely awesome. So very cool difference right there. Anyways, though, the rest of their services are still going great. No major changes outside of Tampa, which will be suspended from January 15th to February 15th, but that's just for the sake of getting reorganized for 2024. So no problem that Tulsa had, rather just Allegiant functioning, but they'll be back mid next month, so we'll get to talk about there. UPS Airbus, or sorry, this is 767, not used to having it in here. A couple more flights to Louisville and 76. That's been awesome. I think it's gone on to Ontario a couple days, so why don't we send it out there? Been awesome to see that, and keeping on there with UPS. Then we have this Coletta Charters 2, Boeing 737-400. This has turned into a really useful asset here. This is coming in from Cincinnati, of course. We'll be heading back out there. Been a couple of DHL 762s. Otherwise, it's been mainly the 734. No 727s lately. So, yeah, keeping it consistent there with Coletta Charters. So that's been nice to see. Last but certainly not least, we have our Delta Airlines airplanes. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. And let me see if I can get some light, because why not at this point in the update. There we go. Okay, so at the first gate, we have the Delta Connection number ERJ-175. Thank you, GeminiJets. I can't thank you enough. What a great moment that was from 2023, and of course now into 2024. This aircraft's heading out to Salt Lake City, Utah for SkyWest, so it's been awesome to see Delta rocking on that service. And then of course we'll have another 175 coming in from New York LaGuardia starting in May, so looking very forward to that. That's creeping up slowly but surely, so looking very forward to the inaugural and all of the festivities for that service. So Salt Lake City continues to go well. And Delta Airlines Boeing 717-200 coming in from the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, or Citrus Aviation's airport, that hopefully will be back in the future. Anyway, 3 daily 717s and 1 daily CRJ-900, so they kind of change it up depending on the day. Here in January, they're a little bit less on the capacity because it's obviously a lot of travel time. So yeah, some days it's 3 717s, some days it's 3 717s and RJ9. It just depends. It's not probably what it once was on in January months. But anyway, still impressive operations considering the aircraft size. They certainly do a great job filling those, and they've done a really good job with their data research and all the other metrics that go into making that a successful operation. So good job, Delta. Excited for LaGuardia and hopefully more new routes to come. So yeah, everybody, that'll do it here for the Tulsa International Airport update, the first one of 2024. So we have some exciting movements going on. We've talked at length about the FIS facility. Design is complete. Hopefully they'll start construction on that soon. Also awesome that the Home 2 Suite Hotel finally opened last month. So very cool to see that, and hopefully I can do a video on that in the near future. Would love to stay in there one day just to get a nice documentation of it. We also have the air traffic control tower. I believe design is also almost complete for that, and hopefully they'll be able to get that started construction-wise middle of this year, so looking forward to that. We got a new convenience store coming to the airport. That'll be awesome. Looking very forward to that. We also have the new airport lounge. Looking very, very forward to that. An escape lounge that'll be going in the middle, as we've talked about. So looking very forward to that, and we'll talk about that more in the upcoming news video. That will be fall of 2024. Also late 2024, we'll have Project Sunrising, which will be the art feature over the TSA area, which will look really cool. That should be coming here in the summer of 2024. And then also in the near future, we will have the new entry feature, and I believe that'll be coming in early summer of 2024 in front of the airport, which will be the digital display of the airport logo lit up and all that. So a bunch of very exciting projects to come for Tulsa International Airport, and I hope all of you are very excited to see those. Truly a tremendous time here at the airport. There's so much to look forward to, and it's definitely stay on the lookout for more content. Here in 2024, I hope to make some more news videos regarding the airport. I still need to make my Aviation Day video from this previous year, so I'll definitely do that along with the rest. So we have a bunch of exciting content to look forward to, and I hope all of you are looking forward to that, as there's so much to be excited for. But nevertheless, Tulsa International Airport looking good to start the year. Hope all of you are excited for the February update. I hope I have some great news to report back on for February, so definitely stay on the lookout for that. But nevertheless, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.